Hello, welcome to Art with Miss Michelle, and happy Earth Day. Earth Day is a very important day and is recognized worldwide. It originally started in 1970, and it might seem like a long time ago, but it was actually just over 50 years ago. And it started because of harm that was happening to the environment. It wasn't that people didn't care about the environment, but they just weren't very environmentally conscious. People used leaded gas, a lot of factories produced a lot of air pollution. There was big smokestacks just spewing pollution into the air. And people were just kind of used to that because it had been happening for so many years, and maybe they just didn't think to question it. We still have some of that happening today, but as a result of Earth Day, we have made some progress. We still have a way to go, but at least I think now a lot more people are very aware of respecting the earth and environment and doing what they can to reduce their carbon footprint and negative impact on the earth. So the person who thought about starting Earth Day is named Senator Gaylord Nelson, and he was a senator in Wisconsin, and he was just concerned about the level of pollution and things that were affecting the environment. Another thing that kind of inspired him was a big oil spill in California in 1969. A lot of people saw this and were just really horrified by it. So his idea was to create awareness about pollution, and he wanted to start by teaching at college campuses. He chose April 27th and promoted events across the country, and people actually started protesting and went out to the streets to raise awareness about this issue. And it just kind of gave a voice and kind of told people what was happening and what they could maybe do about it. And this was something that a lot of people agreed on. Nobody was really saying like, no, we want to pollute. We like harming the earth. So it just kind of gave it a head start to start making the changes that were necessary. And this is something that everybody could agree on, whether they were young or old or Democrats or Republican or rich or poor or farmers or people that lived in the city, with the exception of maybe some like corporations that would lose money by having to make changes. But for the most part, everybody thought this was a great idea and they should help the earth. So by the end of 1970, the Environmental Protection Agency was created as a result of Earth Day, and a lot of laws started being passed. So the National Environmental Education Act, the Occupational Safety and Health Act, so that helped workers not have to be exposed to damaging chemicals at work. So it improved not only the earth, but individual people's health. And then the Clean Air Act was passed. And then within the next several years, the Clean Water Act, the Endangered Species Act to protect animals, and laws about what poisons could be used in different pesticides and rodenticides and herbicides, saving over the years an exponential amount of human, animal, and insect lives. In 1990, Earth Day got even bigger and started getting celebrated in more and more countries around the world. And people wanted to raise more awareness about recycling. And then in 1992, President Bill Clinton awarded Senator Nelson the Presidential Medal of Freedom for his role in creating Earth Day. And this is a very high honor that the president can choose to give to a civilian. So someone who's not in the military or anything like that. So just basically a regular person. And Earth Day is the largest non-religious holiday or event in the world. And it's a really positive thing where people everywhere can work together to change their behavior for the benefit of the environment and the whole world. So you can, if you want to, do something, and it can be something really small or really big, depending on what you're comfortable with. But you can think of an Earth Day tradition you can start, if you don't already have one, to help the world. So it can be anything, but some ideas that I could just suggest would be, my Earth Day tradition is planting a tree. So every Earth Day I plant a new tree. And I know not everyone could maybe do that. If you don't have room at your house, you could maybe volunteer to go help in like a park or some kind of wetland. A lot of times people need help replanting native plants or trees. You could just plant a small plant. You could plant a pollinator garden. Anytime you plant a plant, the leaves help produce more oxygen and filter carbon dioxide out of the air. So that's something really small that you can do that does make a difference. Another idea you could do is just go pick up garbage in maybe your favorite park or around your neighborhood or at school. You could plant, like if you wanted to do planting, you could plant plants that are beneficial to pollinators, which help fly around and create food for people, animals, and insects to eat. And there's lots of other things you could do, so maybe you have a better idea than me, but you can do something big or small to help the earth and celebrate Earth Day. And this is a wonderful thing to do on Earth Day, but it's also something you can do any day of the year, so it doesn't have to be Earth Day to celebrate the earth. Okay, so for our art project, we are going to make an earth-inspired picture. So for this project, you'll need some paper. If you want to use colored paper, you can, or you can just use white. Something round to trace. I have this round template, but if you have a plate or a bowl or a big can, that would work really well. And some colored pencils or your favorite drawing materials. Okay, so I'm gonna do an Earth Day inspired picture. So I am going to start by tracing my circle onto my paper. And you can really do just about anything for this project. You can think about what you appreciate about the earth and or what you would like to draw. So you can do a nature scene, you could do some flowers, food, bees, bugs, animals, you could add all of those things together and put them all in one picture. You could divide this, you could do like 4 sections and do 4 different seasons or 4 different climates, like the desert, the ocean, the mountains, and the forest. The ideas are endless. So I'm just gonna draw maybe some mountains and trees and some animals that I appreciate around the Northwest. Okay, so here is my Earth Day inspired picture. I did kind of a layer with different animals and nature themed things. If you want to decorate the outside, you can. If you want to think of a cool slogan or use words with your picture, you can. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you like this project, and happy Earth Day drawing.